It's good you got this. Oh, great.
And I've had it since 48,000 miles though, and I've never even touched it.
Let's go to AutoZone.
Oh, that's all metal? Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Today's gonna be an exciting day because what we're gonna be doing is installing a brand new mod over on the rear end of the Mustang. Now what's crazy about this mod is the fact that you're not even gonna be able to see it at all. But the most awesome part about this is if you crotch your happy little ass on the underside of the car, or if you have access to a lift, you'll be able to see that beautiful jewelry that's gonna be shining at all in its glory with all the rest of the other suspension components as well. But before we go ahead and put this piece on, we gotta help our boy Jacob out right now because he's installing some Skunk 2 adjustable control arms over on his 99 Integra. But other than that though, let's go ahead, head to Jacob's house, and after that we'll be jumping right into installing this brand new mod over on the Mustang. What's up, titties?
I heard your car down the street over my knees.
What you got going on over here? Adding some drag slicks on here? Wait, did you do the front or the back?
Oh, on the back.
Oh, you already did the front? I thought you only had back ones.
You need the front of the control first.
Oh shit, okay, hold on. I told you Las Vegas has rivers. You look like a hobo right now. That's hard work right there, that's hard work. This cute little Lego set you got in here, you gotta change these big bitches out.
Those are already big as fuck as is. I haven't even looked at aftermarket trailing arms for this car. Usually everything is way bigger.
That's what she said.
These actually look really, really good. Jacob, you want to describe these a little bit?
The camber arms.
Well, thank you, but what do the camber arms do?
When you lower your car, you realize go. With these, they go back to straight.
Other than the little cute little Cracker Jack toy you got here, what about that other red thing that I wanted to see? Did you put that in? Was that the front?
If you could get your camera through there with that low ass thing.
Yeah, probably not.
July 29th, 12/21. New video today. And we're making a video today. He's making another video today.
My opinion, you have the best looking coils of anybody in the group.
That's what
I
happens.
think they even look better than the BCs.
That's what happens when you spend $1,300 on coilover.
They better look good for $1,300.
Oh yeah, I literally just put the bolt in, and I wanted to see if I put the bolt in, if I could just use the tension to pull it up, and it worked.
Look at that bad boy, that looking good. Looking beautiful. Big bitch.
Damn.
The only thing I don't like is I realize there's like a little bit of rust in this, but I ain't gonna see it, I ain't gonna worry about it. But it's clean, it's nice. What'd you think of the quality of it? What's it look like?
Oh, this?
Cause you haven't seen this yet.
This is good, bro. Shit, honest opinion, 0 to 10. 9.5?
This guy stinks!
The only thing I fucked it up was this.
Yeah, that's the downside about it. But it's nice to know that one of these days when I decide to do the gears on this car, which a lot of people are probably gonna be pissed that I'm not doing the gears on this. It's like, why would you change the oil? Why would you change the cover if you're not gonna do the gears? Gears are $1,000, if not more, and the last thing I wanna do is fork the money into that right now. And this is my daily driver at the moment, so that's not really that practical. But other than that, though, I feel like this is just a good temporary movement for me to want to continue to make the diff right, because when I look at this, I'm gonna be like, all right, for it to look good, it's gotta feel good too.
Period.
Smack it like an ass. Ooh! So what we're gonna be using right here is obviously Valvoline 75W140. It is a gear oil, obviously, because we wouldn't be throwing engine oil inside the rear end. I end up buying the Ford Performance friction modifier just in case we need it. More than likely we will not need to, considering this already has it in it, but just as a backup, we do have this. And obviously we're gonna be throwing on a new gasket along with this brand new diff cover. And once we jack up the car, we're gonna drain all that nasty shit that I haven't drained out since 95,000 miles ago. Actually, I've never done this, so it's probably never been changed. Give her an old good look.
Oh, great. We zip tied the...
Yes, Joe, I zip tied it. It's the only way I could get it across for the room that we had at your house.
No, we zip tied that, and you're not the only one to blame here.
There she is in all of her overspray glory. On camera, it looks like it has a rash. Were those easy to break apart?
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing? Because it looks like you're not struggling.
I slipped.
Yeah, I almost slipped in my face. Isn't that right, Manny? Oh, you're not even, oh. Yeah.
That's not what launch control is.
I know what launch control, I'm just saying it as a way, you went to school for this, just you know what I'm talking about. When the car launches off the line, it keeps it where it doesn't deflect as much, okay?
That's for better torque distribution.
This is why he is working on the car right now. He told me not to touch it because he knows I'm probably gonna screw something up if I do. Because he went to school.
It's just habit, dude. It's habit. Leave me be.
Pretty much what Joe's doing before we take this off is we put the bolt back on the top of there because once we remove this, we don't want everything just flushing out all over the floor. By just cracking it open from the bottom and leaving the nut up top, it'll be able to flow down, hopefully, nice into this little container that we have right here. Oh, she's squirting, bud.
It's clean.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm really surprised, honestly. I've never changed it. I wonder if someone else did before I had the car.
I don't think so.
Yeah, look at it, see? I still have it here.
Yeah, I did that.
It's not like that.
I'm actually really surprised. I thought this would be black. So that means
How many miles is it at?
94.
I'm surprised too.
And I've had it since 48,000 miles though, and I've never even touched it. Smells like a wad of shit though. Teeth look clean on it too.
Yeah.
This is disgusting. Oh, that's the magnet right there?
Yeah.
It looks like there's like maybe a speck there and a speck there. Doesn't look like it's a lot.
There's a big old goop right there.
Oh, that's all metal? Oh
Yeah.
shit.
That's metal.
That's not a bad thing?
No.
That's not too bad.
Why do we still say that? We've been saying that for so many years already. Joe's going ahead and scraping this off with Scotch-Brite because we want to make sure we get all this RTV off because the last thing we want to do is throw on the new cover or even just the new gasket that we have on and it doesn't line up and everything just starts milking out of this thing. So we're cleaning this up, or at least Joe is. I haven't even touched this thing yet. I've been waiting to touch something and Joe just kind of went on the initiative and decided he's going to do it all himself.
You want to do this?
But I ended up putting a rag in here and taking all this gunk out from the bottom end because there's still a pool of fluid that sits at the bottom of here. So I ended up grabbing a rag and I ended up dumping it all out, put some brake cleaner, cleaned around the side, and I actually ended up doing some work for the first time, actually since Joe's eating there, so I can actually work for once. We went ahead and I did the hardest part, and that was Scotch-Briting the whole side of the diff gasket cover thing, which I actually need to finish that right there, it looks like. I didn't do the best job. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, but one thing I did want to explain though is you might notice on your Mustang, you're gonna notice this cake full of shit right here, and then maybe on the other side it looks completely normal. And what I was explaining to Manny a second ago is there's this little vent that sits on the top right here that looks like a little nipple. A little bit of the fluid will come out over the top and end up causing this little mess right here. Hence why that this is all dry on the side and the vent up top right here is causing all the fluid to come out. This is completely normal. But on top of that, I would like to make some sort of vent right here with like a catch can that you'd see on the front side of the car, just so you could dump all that out to the can, but also put a vent up top, like a little can and air filter of some sort, so it actually could still breathe, but also at the same time too, be able to dump all that fluid into the can so I don't have this mess creating all along the side of the left side of the diff. This thing looks so good. I think that this thing is gonna have these bearing caps. Take off the nuts right here that we just did, or at least just Joe just did a second ago. Tighten these things all the way back up to where they're as high as they possibly can. And then once we finally go put this back over on the car, we're gonna tighten these with an Allen key to touch the bearing caps on the inside of the diff. And then from there, we'll be able to put the nut back on and go from there. It has like doo-doo on the middle of it. Compared to that other one, like this one's all clean, nice and shiny, like someone used a bidet. Then someone like didn't clean themselves. That's nasty.
Hey, we just gotta clean this up. I'm sure there's like a light film of oil.
Usually brake cleaner, right?
Yeah. Vacuum sealed?
Sure.
Alright. Let's start with the top bolt. You love this feeling when you first install shiny, cool new parts and you get to see it along with the other parts.
But it doesn't really come to life until you back up for whatever reason. Like you see it the whole time until you back up and you're like, whoa, whoa, it actually looks cool. I'm not even gonna lie. New jewelry.
Having trouble finding the hole.
It's okay. Before anybody else says it, that's what she said.
You don't have to push it, you're fucking it up.
Sorry. Tell me uh-oh and these things. You're just gonna freak. I gotta get out of here.
We get that all reliable. It's 24 foot-pounds.
If I touch anything, I'm gonna get yelled at. Now Joe doesn't yell. He just expresses his anger in different ways.
Physically.
Physically. that was the old Joe.
Yeah.
Jacob would know.
Jacob knows well. I'm not tightening him down like to full spec right now. I'm just getting him snug first. That way we start sort of even.
This thing looks so good. No. Yes. Yes.
It's almost 6 pounds. Are you okay with 6 pounds?
No. Do it again. Just kidding.
Alright.
You're fine. No, you're okay. You're okay. I was kidding. I was kidding. Nope. I should have said nothing. I should have said nothing. Inside one that has the little thread, that one needs to be torqued down to 5 foot-pounds. The bolt that goes over it is gonna have to be tightened down to 10 foot-pounds once this one right inside here has already been tightened all the way down. The ones all the way around here are tightened to 24 foot-pounds, but before we do that, we need to make sure we go ahead and add some thread locker on there to make sure this thing doesn't back out at any point while I am driving. And can you explain the red one versus the blue one, Joe?
One's easy to get off, one's hard to get off.
I'm assuming you'd want this one to be hard to get off.
I don't know, because we're gonna be taking this off again anyway, so.
We are?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if we have the right size for your fill plug.
You're telling me we might not?
It's not the right size, but it's working.
Whatever gets me home.
Some of the differential fluid bottles come with a little pump that you can fill the fluid with. But we're at a dealership and we have a machine.
We do? I mean, we do. Look at this slacker. Not even working. He's at work getting paid to be on his phone. What's going on, man?
Hey, we're chilling, boy.
You guys aren't busy today?
So the instructions say to put this first. This is 3.8, additional 2-ounce friction modifier.
Good, because we got 3 bottles of it over there.
But it says 2 pints of axle lubricant, which is what you got over there. But it says nothing about already having friction modifier with it. And it says add 2 ounces of this. I don't know how it's gonna be. You add that stuff that already comes with that friction modifier, additionally with this. Now, with that being said, if it breaks,
don't tell me that.
in my mind, you would rather have more friction modifier than none at all. Because without it, that's when you're gonna start burning the clutches inside your LSD.
Isn't that what we want though?
Smells like Halloween.
What do you mean it smells like Halloween? I've been smelling this in my garage for 2 weeks.
Like the inside of a Halloween mask.
Oh God, what's wrong with you? What Halloween mask are you thinking of? Not the Scream mask. The Scream mask.
Scream mask,
No,
dude.
no, Manny, come over here. Come over here. Does this smell like the Scream mask?
What?
You know what Scream mask is? Halloween, Scream.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Smell this. He thinks it smells like Scream mask.
That does not smell like a Scream mask.
I don't know.
Joe's built different, bro. He's weird. You smell what I'm smelling, right?
Yeah.
Joe thinks that smells good. You're probably the first one on the internet to
I
think
didn't say
that.
it smells good. You're putting words in my mouth again.
But listen, man, listen. We've all agreed that Scream mask smells good. Don't you? Wouldn't you agree that the Scream mask smells good? What do you mean no?
You're weird too. What the fuck?
You keep giving me these looks all day of like nervousness, and you're freaking me out
He
over
looks
here.
at me like that all the time too.
It's like, bro-
FW on the machine. I just picture it as forward.
Is that what it means?
I don't know what it means. It means that we're gonna fill it all the way.
You've already sucked all that out, no homo?
Yeah, dude. That's why that bottle got sucked dry so quick.
Suck dry so quick. Stop with the looks. Yes.
Oh, you got
I
lucky.
got lucky. We were down to 3 balls. I did
I
not.
know you were thinking,
I
wow.
was like, shit, I hope we don't have to go out and go buy some.
I was expecting, all right, let's go to AutoZone.
So we're about an hour in of cleaning all this stuff up, making sure everything is good to go. Joe's going ahead and tuning this car for 13 PSI, and Manny's still over here on his phone after an hour and a half. Joe did an amazing job of doing this. I'm not going to take the credit for putting this in because I didn't end up doing it, but I will say though that I did help holding the flashlight, so I feel like that was a big enough help. But I will say though that this looks amazing. Having that diff cover right there really pops out the other suspension components in my opinion. What do you think? I think the diff cover really makes everything else pop out. I think it looks really good, but it would look a lot better with some 373s in there.
End on your car looks like good, you know? It's that front end you need to work on.
Yeah, the front end's a little neglected, but we have plans for that later. Didn't have to do any modifications or anything like that. Everything just dropped right into place as it should have. Aside from that though, this is just a budget-friendly one. I ended up getting this because it was the most affordable one online. And yes, there are better options online. I am not saying this is the best option you can get, but I will say though, just for the rear end of the car, as you guys can see right now, it just makes everything pop out tenfold. And I love this thing. I'm so glad I ended up buying it because I was on the fence for quite some time of buying this. I felt like personally that it was pretty much a waste of money, but now having on there, I regret everything I said, and I think that it definitely made the rear end look so much more better than it did before.